What's up everyone, some guy here with another Alliance War video. Season 23, War number 7. We are versing against Made in Brazil. I don't think we've faced them before, but they are, I believe, a Masters Alliance. I think this one is their Shell Alliance, because it says their last season they were Stone 3 or something. But anyway, going to Path 5 here, we have this Kingpin on Ebb and Flow Knockdown. I'm just going to be using Doom. I think Doom is the safer option, just because Kingpin does have a percentage of a chance to shrug off debuffs. So all I have to do is just keep an eye on the shock debuff. If he doesn't shrug it off, then I can safely hold heavy and passive stun him and use a heavy to knock him down. And if he does shrug it off, then I just have to back off and try again. Mainly just trying to knock him down to get the passive fury on me and protection off, and using specials to knock him down. Not too much of a big deal here. I do make a mistake, I think midway or towards the end, where the passive fury was just expiring and I was trying to stun him with the shock and heavy, and then just the stun from the passive stun actually falls off from the protection coming on, so I get clipped from there. But other than that, not too big of a deal. Moving on to the next fight here, we have this Hit Monkey on Ebb and Flow Knockdown and Heavy Hitter. Very common placement for him. I will be using Nick Fury. Nick Fury's SP1 does also inflict a Disorient debuff, and a lot of times with the Disorient debuff, if you knock him down with it, it actually cancels out the protection node, so you can shut down the Ebb and Flow Knockdown node altogether. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. This time it does, so after you knock him down, you basically don't want to knock him down again, because it can trigger the passive fury, and then the protection will come back up once the fury expires. So right there, I did manage to shut down the protection node. So from here on, it's just a regular fight. I'm not going to be throwing, I don't think I'm going to be throwing any more specials until the very end, just to kill him. But after the protection is down, this Hit Monkey just dies or melts down really fast. Moving on to section 2 here, we have this Nova on Ebb and Flow Intercept and Sadist. Very common placement. Actually, I usually see him more on the Redouble Determination node. But I usually use Quake, but I am trying to not to use Quake as much, just because I think Doom is a much better option against Nova than Quake, since Doom is a stubborn defender. I'm sorry, stubborn is affected by stubborn, so he can gain some destructible charges against Nova, which will make the fight a lot faster. For this fight here, I'm not going to be trying intercepting or anything, basically just cycling the Doom cycle. A lot of times what I do is just to get the opponent close to 2 bars of power and use my SP1, when I get close to 2 bars, I use my SP1 so I don't get to an SP2 first. And after that, I'll be able to drain the power and manage the power more freely. And so right now I'm just trying to get to an SP3 and also try and get Nova to like an SP2. That's the ideal power amount that you want your opponent to be at before you do the Doom cycle. So once here, I just fire off my SP3. Once I come out, I'm just going to be doing medium, light, medium, followed by light, 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 medium, medium. And then use my SP1 to drain the 3 bars of power. And then that should give me the 2 bars of power. I'm just gonna block so I can bait his dash in, and then I can bait his heavy or reparry to get a combo in, and then heavy him to SP2, and then I can get an SP3 from there, and then just keep the cycle going from here. With this strategy, the opponent usually will never throw his special, and you basically just keep pounding with your special 3 and special 1, and at the end, that's usually when I throw my SP2 to finish the fight. This part I thought was kind of funny. As I'm throwing my SP2, he dashes in, so I actually intercepts him with my SP2, and I actually turn on the passive Fury. So that was kind of overkill of the SP2. But yeah, very easy fight with Doom. Very, very safe as well. Moving on to the next fight, we have this Tigra on Ebb and Flow Intercept and Redoubled Determination. I saved Torch's pre-fight for this fight since his Nova Flames are not considered debuffs. I'm just going to try and get some parries to build up my Smolders and then try and get an intercept in to basically melt her. Also building some power stings and then hoping that she'll throw her specials and then get some big power sting damage. Was able to get a kind of risky intercept there, but it worked out, and so right now she does throw her special, and then power sting damage did a ton of damage, I think about 20k, and she just throws another one, and then she's pretty much dead from here. Moving on to the mini boss island here, we have this rank 3 Hulkbuster on Stunning Reflection, Polka Dot Power, and Stun Vulnerability. I will be using Torch. Torch is a very good option for this fight in my opinion, since the Incinerates does shut down the Stunning Reflection or give you a window to parry. I don't really need to build on my temperature for this fight just because he has Stun Vulnerability, so I think what I should have done is basically hit him more while he's stunned so that I can get better, more damage. Because if I do build up too much or too many Incinerates, it does kind of turn into Nova Flames, and Nova Flames don't shut down the Stunning Reflection node since it's not considered Incinerate. So right here, I was confused why it's not shutting off the Stunning Reflection. Then I realized I have a bunch of Nova Flames, so I'm trying to back off to let those Nova Flames fall off and cool down before going back in and baiting his SP1 and then shutting down the Stunning Reflection again. His shock damage doesn't do too much damage, plus his SP1 also gives me armor break, so I'm just healing a bunch from willpower here. So Torch is an excellent counter for this node. And moving to my last fight here, we have this Immortal Hulk or iHulk on Brute Force, Limber, and something else, I forget. He's usually placed on the Recovery mini boss, but I think he's placed here just because of the Brute Force node. Since when he gets his Immortal ability, he becomes, I want to say, unstoppable, and I know he becomes unblockable too. So that's a period of time where you don't really want to be, I guess, hitting into him as much. So that could trigger Brute Force and degen you pretty badly. I'm assuming that's why he's placed here. I'm just doing a lot of block hits and not using any parries because I don't want to use up all the Limber. He's throwing his SP1 very willingly, so that was very nice. But he's just melting down against Fury. Fury is just knocking him down with all the bleeds. I believe his Immortal ability and regen can be shut down by AAR or suicides from your mastery, and I believe someone also said DOTs. So I think Blade is a very good option here. I'm trying to bait out his SP1 because I don't remember what his SP2 looks like. From what I remember, I think it's I couldn't at least fully bait it. So I'm just gonna save up to my SP2 here and hoping that it'll just kill him at the very end. And it does. I think the fight will be a lot more tricky if he does end up triggering his immortal ability, but it didn't. We didn't end up losing this war. They only died about 8 times to us, so good job to them. Kudos. This dropped us down to about 11th place in Platinum 1, which wasn't too big of a drop. We still have a chance for Masters, so hopefully we can get it. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.